What's up, nail crew? Let's do some reverse unicorn stamped nails. The very first thing you do when you're stamping is you want to take 100% pure acetone and wipe off your entire stamper. Then I go in with this beautiful silver, apply it on the top of the stamper, and then swipe down. So one of the big things when you're reverse stamping or stamping in general is that you want to make sure swipe it quickly down with the card and then roll the stamper in the opposite direction that you stamped. So that once you see that you've picked up all the stamp that you want to pick up, then you can take your different colors and you can go. I like to put all my colors on a little nail art palette. This one I got from JN Designs, and you go in and you can fill in. It's basically like coloring in the lines. It's super, super fun to reverse stamp. I was really afraid of reverse stamping at first, and I thought, okay, I can't do this. But now that I figured out how to do it, the biggest key for reverse stamping is getting that initial image to pick up. And once you get used to that and get your images to pick up, by quickly swiping and then rolling the stamper in the opposite direction that you swiped, reverse stamping becomes so much easier. And so now you can see I'm just going through, I'm taking my pink, my purple, and I like to use toothpicks. I have really big hands, and if I use anything else, my hands just are too big and they make a mess. So I went through with the beautiful pink and purple, filled in all of my unicorn, and then I went in, I tried to use navy blue and it just wasn't working for the stars. So I just went in with the silver and filled it in all over where the little stars were and the moon. Once you finish coloring in all the parts of your stamp, the next most important thing that you do is you want to make sure you let your stamping polish dry. So I usually do a lot of my cleanup while I'm doing that, while the stamper is drying. And if you don't let your stamper dry, it will smear. All your polish will smear all over your nail that you worked so hard to. And another trick that I absolutely swear by, because I'm a really messy dipper, a messy nail, everything I do with my nails, I end up doing messy. I use Point latex, liquid latex, and I put that around my nail before I stamp. Now I take my Maniology sticky base and apply a thin layer. That is another really key part to reverse stamping. You don't want to do a super thick layer or it doesn't dry properly. And that's for either regular stamping or reverse stamping. Then I have to figure out, okay, how am I going to apply this little stamper into the right position that I want it? And for some reason, for me, this always is tricky because I feel like I want it exactly in a certain spot. So it takes me a while to figure out where I want to place it. And then I check it out, and you want to make sure that you let it dry for a few minutes before you're going to apply any type of top coat on it. And now, yeah, I left this in here. I always struggle to get the liquid latex off. My hands are so dry that every time I go to take it off, I have to basically scrape it off. Even though it should come off really easily, my hands are so dry that just to get that initial layer up takes forever. Then I go through once I know that my stamping's dry, and I apply my Maniology No Smudge top coat. And the reason I wanted to do this for the Mani was that I was going to cap my stamp in clear dip powder. Anytime you use clear dip powder, you want to make sure you use your Maniology smudge-free top coat or some kind of other similar top coat. Then I can go in, once that's dry, I go in with my dip liquids, my dip base, apply a nice thin layer on, capping my edges, pour over my clear. And pouring over the clear when you're using a stamp, that seems to work the best because you're not like shoving your nail into it and risking messing anything up. And you can go in and activate, let it dry, and then you can buff shape. And now you can see me very quickly. I didn't leave a lot of it in here since I haven't had it in other videos, doing my top coating like I normally would. That is the best part about encapsulating your stamps with clear dip powder. You get that beautiful shine from the dip top coat. And if you'd like to see more about how I apply my dip powders from start to finish, check out this next video. Thanks for joining me today, nail crew.